What's going on, all you gamers? Here we are in Wastelands, and we're at the Ranger HQ. If you'd like to see a kind of build, but more along the lines of just one move that is now ridiculously crazy overpowered, and you want it in your game, then stay tuned. That's coming up next.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Whee.
As the ancient Tibetan philosophy states, don't start none, won't be none.
Welcome back, Silver Squad. So, yeah, I'm starting to think that when they fix things in this game, there's a reason why it was broke in the first place. And I am honestly wondering whether they intended chain ambush to actually break on purpose until people had completed the game as such. Because I've been mucking around with a few builds, and this isn't the most powerful. It's a fun build. It is a really fun build, but it's not the most powerful version of it. So it leaves me to think that if you actually tried to make this the most powerful version, you'd kind of break the game. So, right, I'll just show you quick. And what it is, obviously I've chucked on the Commandant's helmet, just a little bit of Spectrum, probably chuck on some Spectrum legs if you've got them. If not, just chuck on whatever. Honestly, it doesn't matter too much. Down here I've put a Star of Bravery, and all you can see from this is I'm just trying to get a bit of crit about them, because they're going to be your sniper. Crit, 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 damage, range. That's about the gist of a sniper. But what you don't realise is what you really want, and I don't have this at the moment because I've used it on another build, and for the life of me I can't even remember where I actually found it. But I'll show you what I've got on this. Now if you look, this is the neutron projector. So up until late game, this is pretty much the best sniper, except for maybe the, if I remember correctly, the Exterminator, I want to say. I think it's called that, or the Eliminator. It's one of those two, I believe. But this one's the best energy one. It is a really nice one to use. The other one does slightly more damage, so you might want to mod that if you're going to mod it. But for just using an energy build, this is quite fun, and it's a little bit ridiculous, to be perfectly honest. So let me show you what I've got on this, and I've put on really underwhelming mods. So if you have a little look, I've put on this barrel, which gives me penetration +4 and sneak attack damage 30%. That's not what this build's about. That is not helping this build in the slightest. If you've got something better, very possibly that if you can get the hit chance all the way up, I think that might be the best one. Chuck that on, give yourself that extra bit of damage. That's probably the best one, the shortened barrel. If not, just anything else that ups the damage of this will be amazing. See, even that, I would take that. Damage +4, I would take that over what I've got on, because ultimately that is still going to do better than that. I don't need the penetration. This has got amazing penetration as it is. Sneak attack isn't going to help us with this kind of a build. Down here, as you can see, I have a really bad range on this scope, so find yourself a better scope. Underbarrel, not the best underbarrel. Probably go for the one that's 0.3, I believe, is probably the best one. And the magazine. The magazine I have on this is, to be perfectly honest, a really subpar one. Because if you've seen any of my other guides, you'll realise that I have made way too many characters, and I've got rid of almost all of my resources now. I am running ridiculously low. But as far as I'm aware, you can get up to, I think there is one mag out there that gives you +8 magazine. If you can find that for this one, then put it on. If you can't, put on a +6 or even a +4 will be perfect. This +2 mag gives this gun, I believe, 6, yeah, just down there, 6 in the mag. That's still pretty good. If you had a +8, that would just make this ridiculously powerful, like game-changingly powerful. But like I said, they're really underpowered, and I'll just go through a few of the attributes and stuff. So just over here, and if you have a little look, pretty standard: max out intelligence, max out awareness, and max out luck. And if you've ever played as a sniper on this, you'll know why you're maxing out luck. If you get those mega crits, you're going to be happy all day long. Chuck the rest on coordination as high as possible. Skills. Now over here you can have a little field day, muck around as much as you want. The only ones I've got for this, because it's an energy sniper build, is basically maxed out for the sniper, maxed out for the weird science. And then what I've done over here is literally, you want these three. No matter what, you want these three, and no matter what, 100%, the thing that you want at the moment, the game changing thing you want at the moment, is now chain ambush. The thing that used to bug your game out and completely break it, now breaks it in a different way, because you can kind of go for a cup of tea, go for a can of Coke, you can do whatever you want, because when it gets to the other player's turn, they're going to move and get shot in the head and die. That's about the gist of it. Now down here, and this one's quite fun as well, energy attacks have 10% chance to electrocute enemies, dealing energy damage to them and anyone standing nearby for 2 turns. That can work really well in your favour. And just here, energy damage is increased by 0.5, basically for every bit of armour the target has, so it's really good for taking out armoured stuff. That is all you need to worry about on this build. It's really simplistic. You can do it quite early game as such, to be perfectly honest, as long as you've got the skill points. I think you'll be able to get it done around about level 14, maybe 15, and you'll be able to have a little field day. You will be taking things out left, right and centre. Now if I just quickly show you what I put down here, because I've just realised I didn't go over it. Sadomasochist, which gives you the extra 33% damage, but you will be getting killed if you get shot. Put them in cover, put them on chain ambush, don't get shot. Have someone else out there who has more health than you, a little bit tanky, maybe a bit of charisma so they can just up you with leadership, and that will be great. This plus rally is really good. And just down the bottom here, goat killer. Critical chance plus 5%. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck on a little bit of gameplay footage for you, and if you have a look you will see how powerful this build really is now. And it's quite exceptionally crazy, to be perfectly honest, but I'll chuck it on, you can kind of see for yourself. Right, so as you could see from that, this does the job. It really does the job. And what I would say is, if you wanted to, create a build around explosive damage. Chuck on an underbarrel that's got an explosive mod on it. I forget the name of it, I think it's HE something or other, but it basically changes your weapon into explosive. And that way, probably put it on the other one, the Eliminator, and you will make it ridiculous. The other thing you want to do, like I was saying earlier, find the biggest mag possible. If you can make it so that you get a kill every time you shoot, you will use up every single bullet in the mag as long as the enemy is moving towards you. If they come into your strike zone, you're going to shoot them in the head, you're going to shoot the next person in the head. When they fall over, you shoot the next person in the head. So on until the round is over. Now I haven't tried this yet, but like I said, try it with an explosive build. This works ridiculously well with energy. I would actually like to know, I haven't tried it yet, but if anyone's tried it, please let me know. How does chain ambush work if you have one of these in, say, this exactly like this, and another one with an explosive build on. 2 snipers in your team. If only one of them takes the shot and both of them are set to chain ambush, I think that will be the round done. I'm not going to lie. I don't think the enemy will ever get past turn 2. 3 if they're very, very, very lucky, or it is a really big mission. But with how many melee characters are actually in this NPC wise, and with how many times they run straight towards you rather than just taking long shots, I honestly think you will get almost every single one of these missions done with 1 or 2 snipers in your build. Now, like I said, I haven't tried it with 2, mainly because I don't want to blow my game up. Wasteland 3 is an amazing game, but it does bug out. It does have its fair share of drawbacks as such, and I've kind of had a few go wrong, so I'm going to let this one stay as it is and just try it with 1 sniper in its build. But if anyone wants to try it with 2, let me know if it works. And like I said, try an explosive one. If this does this much damage with an energy one, explosive will probably blow up your console. Right, guys and girls, so like I said, just a quick one today, and you can put the rest of the points pretty much wherever you want. If you can manage to get a lot of damage, a lot of crit, and a lot of range, and a lot of magazine size, this build will absolutely be ridiculous. Just remember, always set them up in chain ambush. That's the only thing that matters. If they're not in chain ambush, you're not using this person to their proper potential. As always, guys and girls, I hope this helped. I hope this is quite a fun build for some of you, and that you'll try it yourself or try and make a better one, because like I said, I haven't actually invested that much time in this. You will definitely be able to make better than I've got on. But as always, if you're not part of the Sofa Squad and you'd like to become part of it, then why not hit that subscribe and hit that bell icon, and I'll be bringing you all the latest and greatest on all the Xbox and soon Xbox Series X content. As always, take care people, I'll see you on the next day.